What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of One Dose of Asix. I'm your host, King the A6. Before we begin, I got two notes for you. Changed the name of the series from One Take of Asix to One Dose of Asix. So yeah. And two, there was a little bit of audio sync with my last video. Trying to fix that. Caveat for this video means that the video quality for me, for my face, might be a little lower. That's because I need the pro software to get HD quality from the software I'm using. Obviously, I'm not going to pay for something unless I know it works. So this is the test. So we're just going to jump right into it and check, do a little recap of the last episode, which I talked about Fool's Director, which is my cutscene manager and what I'm using to make episodes for Misadventures the Whole Fool. I was using Nathan Ho's dialogue manager to do most of the heavy lifting, but I decided to let the dialogue manager just handle the dialogue, and plus by making Fool's Director I have more control over how episodes function. And the next thing is we have, let me switch my camera over, we have the actor dialogue that I mentioned. Now I'm going to show it again because my speech bubbles was a little broken last time, so make sure my volume's down. So yeah, I gotta do a little more tweaking to get the timing for the voices and the dialogue just right, but that's just the basic, it just sounds straight out of Animal Crossing, but I'm trying to basically make something like Animal Crossing, Banjo-Kazooie, Undertale. So, work in progress. It's coming along. Let's see. I also talked about Resident Evil 7 in VR. If you got a PlayStation or you got an Oculus, you can use Prayer Dog's VR mod. Do that. It's a great experience. And I've also been doing a Kingdom Hearts level 1 run. My save got obliterated, had to start over. As of now, I've caught up. I beat Riku. I'm actually past where I was. I beat Riku 2. I'm basically at that last set of fights you have to do before you beat Ansem, which is pretty much the hardest thing in the goddamn run. So hopefully next time you see me, I'll be more or less done. And I also built a tracker for that. It's a little rudimentary tracker that I would hope to have some time to update, but no cigar. I'm working a lot on Whole Fool, so let's just jump right into it and talk about it. Alright, so don't know if I mentioned it on the last dose, but last thing that need to be done with Fool's Director is the movement. So, actors move during an episode. I had to, re-implement that code. There you go. He moves. It still needs a little tweaking. Honestly, Fool's Director in its entirety needs to be a little fine-tuned. But the goal was to recreate an episode, the promo episode of Whole Fool, which is like the first episode I did. It's basically my test episode whenever I'm trying to build something like this. So a little bit more work and a little bit more fine tuning, I should be able to recreate that promo episode. And once that's done, hey, ain't really nothing much stopping me from making new Misadventures of Whole Fool content for y'all. So yeah, definitely get ready for that. Dang, I don't even have it up anymore. But the next thing I kind of wanted to bring up, I'm gonna go ahead and open that. Run once, because it's not working. So yeah, I'm doing a collaborative project with a couple of my friends. It basically requires me to make a Game Boy game in GB Studio, so I just kind of wanted to, it's still in the planning phase, the collaborative project, so there's not really much to talk about, but I figure I'll show you an old GB Studio project I did. So about 2 years ago, I did an April Fool's joke with Whole Fool, where I said I was going to do a 3D kind of game for Misadventures of Whole Fool, but instead I just dropped a rudimentary Game Boy project on everyone. While that's loading, let's see if I can bring it up. yeah, you can see the project right here. It's just you can actually go play this if you go on my itch. It's called Fool's Errand. In fact, I can not gonna play the whole thing, but I can kind of show you if it builds fast enough. Actually, no, we can just run it on the website. Let's minimize that. Let's bring this over. Okay. Let's run the game. But yeah, you like to see I even went through the process of actually doing like 3D models for Whole Fool and did like screenshots and whatever I was posting. I was like, yeah, y'all get ready. Whole Fool's coming into the 3rd dimension, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, let's see if I can run the game. But yeah, it's not going to be just thrown together like this. It's actually going to be an actual Game Boy game. Maybe we'll release it on cartridges and people can buy it or whatever. So look forward to that. I actually don't think this is loading. Just gonna show it, but yeah, you can go check it out on in your leisure. So yeah, the last thing I think I'll bring up is, I like to talk about stuff. That sounds like it's struggling, boy. All right. So, hold on, Alexa, turn on office hours.
Isn't responding. Please check its network connection.
Trying to turn on my lights. Alexa, activate office hours.
Okay.
There we go. Alright, so a while ago I did this little arcade stick for just playing fighting games or whatever, or arcade games. And it was in a shoebox. I was staying in a hotel because my wife travels for work. And I had no power tools, so I kind of had to make do. It's actually being held together. Hold on, let's see if I can show you. You can see it's kind of being held together by zip ties. There's no screws or nothing. So my friend, when I bought these, I actually got 2 sets of buttons. And me and my friend are bartering. He's doing something for me, and I decided I'd make him one. And he had the bright idea. You could theoretically stick a Raspberry Pi in here and just make this kind of like a plug-and-play type of deal. And I know that's not some like new concept or idea that people are doing with Raspberry Pis and building arcade sticks, some new thing, but kind of proud of this. It's one of my little pride and joys. I enjoyed throwing this together, and yeah, we're gonna see what about making shoebox arcade plug and play arcade sticks. So I might see a little something about that. I should plug it up so y'all can see it lighting up, but we don't worry about that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for One Dose of Asix. I hope you enjoyed. This is a new series. Honestly, I probably need a new computer because it's probably a little jittery in some spots. So yeah, it's a new thing. Just trying it out. It'll get better with time. But until then, I'll see you guys for the next Dose of Asix. If you want smaller updates or previews of what's going on, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. At @ByJustAsix, and check me out. So yeah, with that, stay hydrated. 2023. Y'all have a nice week. See you soon.